Nobody tells you this about making a turkey. Years ago, me and my mom decided we were going to host Thanksgiving for the first time. I was maybe like, I don't know, 11, 12, maybe 13, somewhere there. And anyway, my mom had never made a turkey, neither had I, obviously. And usually my grandmother had always hosted Thanksgiving dinner. But this year we thought, we're going to have people over. Let's try it. So we went and get a butterball because butterballs seem kind of like, what you do when you don't know what you're doing. So we get the butterball and, it's frozen and already kind of seasoned butter or whatever else they put on the butterball. So we thought easy enough, we just shove this in the oven. Boy, were we going to be wrong. Anyway, so now that we're starting this process, we find out that, you have to bake turkey for like an insane amount of hours, like maybe 8, 9, sometimes 12, depending on the size of this bird. So that already took us for a little bit of a shock. So we wake up super early, neither of us being like very big morning people at the time. So we wake up super early, half asleep. We decide to defrost this bird. Defrost it, like take it out of the fridge. So we get the bird out, and you have to run it under hot water to be able to take off the plastic. We do this. We're both horrified. We had this sink that had like the middle part, so it was very difficult to put the whole bird into the sink. It was a nightmare. So we get the bird defrosted with the wrapping a little bit to try to get the plastic off. Finally, we rip it off carefully, disgusted terribly, both of us, because we are not, my mom passed away a few years ago, but we were not bird people. We did not like turkeys, okay? We're just not poultry kind of people, especially the raw type. So we're dealing with this raw bird. We're kind of freaking out. It's very slippery. Like a butterball, if you guys have ever tried to cook one or have cooked one, is very slippery because it's full of butter. So it's slipping around, sliding. We finally get it on the pan. We're super happy about it. And we're thinking, you know what? We found the pan big enough to shove it in the oven. We're done. We're good. We're Gucci. We were, in fact, not good nor Gucci. So we shoved this bird into the oven. And now we're already celebrating. We're moving on to the sides. I think we're doing potatoes or whatever the heck we're doing. But we're cleaning up the kitchen a little bit. And we come across the wrapper. Simultaneously, the house starts to smell a little bit like smoke. And so we're like, oh, you know what? Probably something fell in the back of the oven. And that's what's causing the house to kind of smell of burnt. No biggie. What could it be? Not the bird. So we hear we have the smell. Now we pick up the wrapper, and my mom comes across it, and she starts this horrible look on her face, and I'm like, what's wrong? What did we miss? What did we not do? The bird's in the oven. What could be wrong? And she looks at me, and she's like, the giblets. I'm looking at her like, what in the hell is a giblet? Truly. And she's like, we didn't take out the giblets. And I'm like, what giblets? Take it out from what? And she's like, we didn't take it out of the bird. So now as she's saying this, the fire alarm goes on in the house. We're both panicked. We stop the oven. We pull out the bird. We have not half cooked, but like, whatever, a warm bird on the counter. Now we're looking at each other like, where are the giblets? As it would turn out, the giblets are, I think, do not quote me on this, but the pieces that nobody wants of the bird, or maybe some people use it for other stuff, but essentially like the neck, maybe other parts. Very gross, okay? And they put that in a plastic bag inside the turkey. We're freaking out because one of us has to now put our hand in the turkey. She is going to be the one to do it because I was still a child. So I used that as, well, I'm not doing this. So we had to wait for the bird to now cool. My mom had to go into the turkey, grab the pouch out, and, remove the plastic from the bird. Okay, once we do this successfully and we are completely scarred for life, the bird did end up cooking. But you know what? Instead of taking, I think it was something like 8 hours, it definitely took an extra 3. And this whole story is why I personally will never, ever be making a turkey, not frozen, not even the non-frozen. I will never be making a turkey in my house because nobody tells you this about making a turkey. Like, why does nobody tell you that you have to take out the giblets? Nobody even tells you what a giblet is. And you know what? They should write it in big letters on the box. There's a plastic bag inside your turkey. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving, y'all. I'm going to be making a turkey roast. Also from the Butterball brand, but it is a roast. It is not the full bird. And that's just how my Thanksgivings will be from now on.